What up, geekdom? This is Chipmunk. I am doing my review on AEW so far in the Dynamite show that just happened here on May 8th, Wednesday. So this is just going to be a discussion on the show and then how things are going so far. Again, I don't hate AEW. I'm actually a fan of AEW and a fan of wrestling. But I do criticize a lot of stuff with AEW just because I want to see it do better. I want to see it be better. I really am pulling for AEW because I believe a lot of the wrestlers are very, very talented. I like a lot of them. They all are great, and we need another show where wrestlers can thrive and be well. So this is not an AEW hate channel, but yeah, I do criticize AEW a lot. It's just because I care a lot. But as far as the show, AEW Dynamite was okay for this past Wednesday. We will be checking out Collision when it does drop today. But yeah, the things that have been happening on AEW, we had the Swerve face off, quote unquote, with Christian Cage, which was okay. I like the angle, but I wish this was a little later on, maybe, with everything that happened. Spoilers if you haven't watched AEW and stuff, I guess. Well, this is a review. So, Swerve said he was going to bring out some backup. The embassy had came out, supposed to be his backup, but then the embassy turned on Swerve. Which I was wanting that to be the case as far as a story for Swerve. I was wanting Brian Cage versus Swerve as the next big feud, because to me that makes the most sense. As far as everything that's been going on, Nana mostly being with Swerve, he's not paying a lot of attention to the rest of the embassy or Mogul embassy members. So it makes a lot of sense, but I hate the way that they usually have stuff happen. As far as just AEW, I think the match that Brian Cage was in with Cesaro, Brian Cage should have won. Just so we can establish why he's going to deserve a title shot later on. He should be winning matches right now. So he should have defeated Cesaro. They should do angles of him and the embassy just tearing through people. And then, and then you get to that moment of him challenging Swerve for the title. So that would make the most sense. And plus, old group members versus each other. It works as a storyline. So it's like after he defeats Christian Cage, it should be Brian Cage that he goes against, which should be a fantastic match. But how they just going about it, I don't know how it's going to work out well. But we'll see. As far as just the story itself, we'll see. But I did want that angle. That's something I wanted since Swerve became champion. I was like, that's the best angle to go with for the next huge feud. But Brian Cage needs to win matches in order for it to make sense for why he deserves a title shot. But the next episode of either Collision, whatever, Swerve should attack the embassy, attack a Christian. He should have his get back on everybody. So, because the pay-per-view isn't here yet, so he should be able to get his get back and then really establish everything as far as this is a huge feud. So, we'll see. Because he's being beat up a lot. One of the other things that happened on the show that I was going to critique, Switchblade versus Rocky Romero was okay. I ain't too much mind it, so I'm not going to too much critique that a lot. I guess with the Jericho thing with the learning tree is okay. I'm not going to critique that a lot just at all because I'm like, that has been good. I actually like what's happening with it. I think he should bring more people under the learning tree, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do a little critique on Cameron and Mariah May, Harley Cameron and Mariah May. It was a fun match. I actually liked the match a lot. I didn't think they were bad whatsoever, especially since we haven't seen Harley wrestle on Dynamite from what they said over a year. But I was like, I don't remember seeing her wrestle at all. So, yeah. I'll say the match was fine and everything. The thing that I usually don't get with this is how they just have, I forgot her name. The Stardom wrestler, I don't know. I forgot her name, but I don't know why they just pick and choose for her to just come out of nowhere. It kind of is confusing because there's no story to it to make sense for why she just pops out of nowhere on certain shows and stuff like that. I think if they were establishing something, I think it would work better. As far as why isn't Tony Storm coming out helping? Why isn't she looking out for Mariah May? Why is the Japanese star she's coming out to help every single time? I know it's because they used to be friends and stuff like that. As far as in Stardom, they used to be a tag team, stuff like that. I know why she's coming out, but as far as just why she just pops out of nowhere for certain times, and there's no match or anything that really develops of her just being there sometimes on some of the shows. She just comes out, saves, or Mariah May comes out and saves her, and then they have a drink. I wish it would lead to something bigger for both of them, or establish a story with Tony. That's the only thing that I'm wishing, as far as just it goes. It's just a developed story that's going around. It's like we know like bits and pieces of what's happening as far as just why they're friends and stuff like that or what's going on. But I'd rather there be a story or something that's leading to something. If you're going to have her pop up, something that's going to be like major. Especially since you are working with New Japan and Stardom. To me, it would make sense to try to help with developing something there. But yeah, we had the Adam Copeland versus Brody King. That one, I would say, as far as just the title shot, is they need to stop doing these extreme or hardcore matches, street fights and stuff during Dynamite. And I know why they're doing it to try to help sell and get people to watch and stuff like that. But I feel like they're putting their wrestlers in so much harm or danger and stuff like that for possible injuries and stuff. To where it's like if you were trying to do a whole story, these people are walking in with injuries, and then once you makes the decision to get the title off of them at the end of the story, they're going to be out for a long period trying to get surgery and stuff done. I'd rather keep them around a bit. I'd rather these type of matches and stuff be more for pay-per-views or big shows or big events. For an episode of just Dynamite, since it's not like a big show, I don't think you should do these type of matches until you get to those points of, hey, the pay-per-view, or hey, a big event, stuff like that. It's the only critique I have on it. It's like it's enjoyable. I like watching it. It's fun, but I'm more of the safety of like the wrestlers, just because AEW has so many talent that is injured or that gets injured a lot. And I wish they would just slow it down, just have a regular match. You could still do the match, but just have a regular match. And yeah, I don't know why they have to do it crazy hardcore match every single time, which yeah. And things like Kenny talked, which is fine. I was trying to remember other matches at the moment. Can't remember all because I don't have a script. I'm just going off by head of how the show and stuff went or what was on the show. The Tony Storm and Serena D promo thing that they did on top of the stage, I didn't too much care for it. I hate seeing it like that every single time because they do that with Tony Storm a lot. And every single time Tony Storm is getting punched, beat up, or something, she gets embarrassed. And I was like, it feels like the same beat every single time. And I wish they'll do something different. I'm like, the stuff with the other wrestlers were fine. But I'm like, this is a new opponent. Let's do something different. Let's not do the same type of thing every single time. Let's not have Tony Storm get punched and knocked out and beat up every single time. Yeah, I wish that was just do something different with that. Because it just feels the same as her beefs with everybody else. It's just a different way of just doing the story. But it's just the same type of beat to get to the match. And then last I'm going to talk about, because, besides that they need to show more women matches on the show. Again, it's fine. I forgot about Orange Cassidy versus Beretta. I think that one was fine. The story isn't too much making sense with Don Callis as part of it, because we're trying to figure out as far as Orange Cassidy being a face, why would there be a connection with Don Callis? I hope this turns out as a story that makes sense. At the moment, it doesn't to me. I would guess this is Don Callis getting Beretta, tricking Orange Cassidy. That's what it kind of seems like what it's going to be, but I'm not for sure that's the route that they're going with. But that's what it seems like it is actually Beretta that he's trying to get, but he's playing with Orange Cassidy. Confusing Orange Cassidy, getting to his head. So that's the angle that I'm think they're going with. But yeah, hopefully that's the case, and hopefully they draw it out nicely. But I do like the story of the beef between Beretta and Orange Cassidy. That should be fun. It should be continuously going on until the pay-per-view. So we'll see, though. We'll see. But yeah, and the last thing now that I'm going to talk about is the Elite and the Stadium Stampede match thing. So they established who the Elite is going to go against. The things I would critique is I feel like the Elite should be doing more fun and crazier stuff to establish that they have taken over AEW. It should be more stuff of like you see Okada getting a match and he just gets squash matches. He looks good. They showcase him a lot more. I think since Okada is the big star, he should be pushed a lot. And he should be what they're trying to push a lot. For some reason, it seems like Okada's taking it back to all of them. We know when Kenny Omega does come back, the big match is going to be Okada versus Kenny, but we need to have him, like, Okada be like the major star that he is. So I just don't feel like it's that at the moment. Everyone can disagree with me, but I just don't feel like it's that at the moment. I feel like he's taking a back seat, and he shouldn't. And I also feel like Jay Perry is also taken aback when he had some hype coming into AEW or back to AEW. So hopefully they do something else. Like I feel like he's about the same way. Like they should be doing some crazy stuff with him. It's like as far as the EVP should be taken aback to a lot of the stuff, and they should be just trying to push their friends, their elite members. That's what they should be doing. Is trying to push them and trying to do like crazy stuff to have like them win matches or do these easy matches and just make them look like the stars that they are. But yeah, we'll see. I don't mind this match. I think it's an interesting and fun match for all of them because you got Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him. He's for AEW. He is in the match, and you got Eddie Kingston. And he's fun to have in a match. He loves to brawl, and he's just a fun character as well. But yeah, I like it though, but I just wish they'd do like a lot more stuff different as far as the Elite to really establish that they're taking over. Like you have Tony Khan trying to come back, not come back as like it's not fully healed, but trying to like assert, hey, this is still my company, but they keep shutting them down. They keep doing stuff to shut them down every single time we try. Since we establishing Tony Khan as a character, might as well have like some of those stuff in it to where he's like trying to come back or trying to get his company back. You just shut him down every single time. It can be hilarious. It depends on how you do it, but yeah, I would think that would be the best way to do it. But yeah, this is my review. Maybe a little bit long, but this is my review, and this is how I feel. I feel like AEW just is trying too hard on some points to try to get fans to watch and everything. They need to focus on story and really develop on story. I feel like when it comes to the company, and really focus on just establishing that the wrestling is fine, but trying to develop these wrestlers, trying to push these wrestlers up with interesting stuff, interesting stories, interesting backstage segments and stuff like that, and then like let them kill it in the ring, let them kill it in the matches, showcase a little bit of these wrestlers and stuff better. I'd say this the best, but I think you really need to focus on story and really focus on developing it the best way you can to try to help push them to get people to want to come and watch. Because I think people are more focused with story to want to watch and see it more than they are with the exact like some of the matches. But I'm like, this is what you want to try to build for pay-per-view. You want to build story for pay-per-views, stuff like that. I can understand. Regular shows are fine. But I really just like want to try to build the story up, the stories and stuff. But we'll see. But let me know what y'all think, how y'all feel about what's going on, AEW and stuff. We'll continue to watch, and I'll try to do my talks and stuff before the Double or Nothing as well, on my thoughts of what's going to happen as far as the pay-per-view and stuff goes. So if you'd like to come back, check it out, please do. I thank you all so much for jumping on and giving me a try. I really do appreciate it. Please do take care of yourselves and each other. Peace and geekdom.